Before today's refresher, we'll go over how to teach the final syllables, AGE and TURE. And these syllables are found on the syllables chart in the lower right-hand corner. And the TURE lesson page is on page 248. And they both have game pages that follow the lesson. Something to be mindful before you teach the TURE. Again, we've got open and closed syllables, which before you teach this, you should definitely make sure that your students are familiar with open and closed. You also have vowel teams in here, O-I, E-A-R, controlled vowels, O-R and U-R. Also have some schwa vowels where the A makes a different sound, much, or it sounds like an This lesson plan has a nice outline where you can plan your teaching. You want to make sure that you write the graphing 9 times. You want to make sure that you arm spell orally 4 to 8 words. You can write them in there. And then here you have your ways to teach the lesson. And I've checked several things, so I wanted to show you several things, but you certainly don't have to do all of those. So two or more, most people do 2. So again, you can do the same thing here with those flip cards. So TURE says chur. It's also at the end of a multi-syllable word. So we have pick, and then we have chur, picture. Here we have one that has more than 1 syllable, so we can mark our vowels. Oh, this UR stays together, consonant. Furniture. And if you remember from previous lessons, when there's an I in the middle of a multi-syllable word, I will often say I. So furniture instead of furniture. And then here we have another one with the multi-syllabic. Vowel, consonant, consonant, divide, adventure. And then you can also do a little flip book with it. And you can have the students do that. So there are all kinds of words that they can read. Same thing when you go to do your lesson page. You've got your little teaching tip up here. TURE always comes at the end of a word. It says chur. Box it, then rules before it. For arm spelling, put chur on the wrist or hand as a chunk. Okay, so we're going to go and find all the churs and we're going to box them. TURE chur, TURE chur, TURE chur, TURE chur. Now let's read the syllable before it. Cap, chur. Mix, chur. Vul, chur. Den, chur. So we've got some closed syllables there. Over in this section, we are deciding if it's closed or open. Is that first syllable closed or open? TURE chur. Oh, the A is open. That says its name, nature. Chur. The U is open. That says its long sound, its name, future. For this one, we've got a closed vowel. The N is closing that vowel. It says it's short sound, venture. And then same for, you've got some 3-syllable words here. Box the chur, and then go ahead and mark your vowels, mark your consonant. Furniture, which we did on one of our flip cards. Here we have some 4-syllable words. If your students are ready for something like that, chur, we're just marking our vowels. Lots of them here. So between these 2 vowels, we have consonant. Oh, we have a big, remember this, H brothers get a big C. And then in this one, the CH doesn't say ch. So that's another point of interest. CH sometimes says k. So here we go, vowel, vowel. There's 1 consonant. So we need to decide, do I mark it, do I divide after the vowel? R, the CH says k here, R, ki, tech, sure. Now here again, there's that I in the middle. of that multisyllabic word, many times I will say it. So that is another concept that has been introduced in previous lessons. And so you'll want to be mindful of that if you're reading that word. Does your child know? Does your student know that that I can say it in the middle of a word? Okay. So then after that, you the same thing. Let's arm spell some words with ture at the end. So let's start with culture. So culture. Ture. We can put the ture on the hand. I hear k, o, and then we have ture, ture. Culture. Okay. Let's do feature. Feature. Ture. Okay, so I hear, and then I hear E. Now that could be EE or could be EA. I'm going to use EA. And then ture, ture, ture. And you would go through and you would dictate different words with the ture.